Somebody asked me the other day about the consequences or the repercussions of not following what it is that you're told in a divination. I want to say this. You guys have to realize that what social media portrays is like it's not realistic, right? We always say, don't ask the question if you don't want the answer, right? Going into any type of divination, a divination, of course, is a formal type of reading, right? It's a traditional based reading coming off of Odu, coming off of, guidance and information in reference to, depending on what type of divination it is, whether it's an ancestral, whether it's Ifa, whether it is a reading from a priest or a priestess, Palo, whatever, right? Anytime you step into these, anything outside of tarot, and even in tarot, you guys really should, if you're not looking to embrace the information and utilize it to change your living situation, your life, your outcome, your path, your destiny. You're looking to find out what those things are. You're looking to get in alignment with your purpose, to get into alignment with what it is that you all decided to do before you came here on this plane, right? This is your soul's contract. This is your spirit's contract. This is your Ori's contract that you made before coming here. And so if you're not willing to take the information and utilize it positively for your own life, then what was the purpose? See, it's not a parlor trick. Spirit don't play with people like that. Like, once you step into the vein of starting to bother them and ask questions, you are now responsible for whatever comes after that, right? And your responsibility should be to self first. If you know that there are tools and things and energies and all of that that's put here to help you, and they step forward to give you the information to tell you what it is going to help, how it's going to help you, how they are going to help you, how what they offer is going to help you in your life, and you decide not to carry out the instruction, not to follow through with what you started, then you're putting yourself in a precarious situation, because some doors that once they're open, you can't close them, right? We always say in divinations, a sogbo is easier to, when you get a sogbo in a divination, meaning some type of a misfortune, a warning of a misfortune or something that's in the air, that spirit sees that's going to be a hindrance in your path, that's comes with a fix, right? They tell you to fix, they tell you what you need to do to change that, they tell you what you need to do to change, to switch that around for you, to avoid the misfortune, right? And then you have the Ire, which are the blessings that come, right? It's harder to keep your blessings than it is to fix an asogbo. Why? Because people think that once they get a ray or blessings that they can now slight or change or not follow through or not carry forward with what it is that they were already doing, the add-on, the next steps, the levels, right? You have to be willing to be disciplined. I'm in a park that has the river, a train, and woods all in one, so that's the noise. And then you got a truck, right? So you have to be willing to say to yourself, do I want better? Do I want more? Do I want to fulfill my destiny? Do I want to follow my path? Do I want to do all of the things that I said that I was going to do when I came here? That choice is yours, but I am going to tell you all right now, if you are not willing to listen, if you are not willing to learn about yourself, to learn about the things that you need to change about yourself and your outlook and your discipline and all of the things about you and your life that needs change, right? Because everybody in their lives at some point or another needs change multiple times in our lives. Nobody's exempt from that. So we go to spirit to get the answers, to find out what it is that we need to do or what's in our best interest to do. And if you don't decide to follow through with that, then your life is on you. I can tell you this, not fulfilling your contracts gives you a round trip ticket back to earth, and I don't want to do that. This place sucks, right? It sucks for those who don't understand that you came here to learn, grow, experience, and go back to where spirit comes from, right? To sharpen our skills, our tools of intellect, our skills of knowledge, our skills of the human experience, to understand all of the different aspects of us as spirit, and then in the human form, how do we connect those two and carry them out together, the melding, the balancing of the two, and how it makes us better formed energies all together, right? Empathy, honor, character development, ego checks, evolution of consciousness, all of those things, living from heart and peace and overcoming obstacles and being able to withstand the things that are placed in our path and knowing that there's a way around it and we can figure those things out because God didn't send us here by ourselves. And so when we understand that we need to grab hold of the things that they told us not to. Right? Everybody's so out here, they got us pitted against one another to fight one another so that we don't focus on the real, which is our spiritual growth, our conscience elevation, our consciousness, our origins, our lineage, our true selves, our spiritual selves. Because knowing that, knowing ourselves makes this place easier to maneuver, easier to get through, easier to understand the things around us and what it is that we can use to help us and benefit us and all of those types of things. If you don't want to make the changes, don't go asking for the answers. You go to those people that's online reading tarot cards from a book. That's a parlor trick. Do that. Don't step into organized, traditional anything and not follow through. That's one of the worst mistakes you can make. I always say, if you ain't going to do it, just leave it alone. Just be a good person and see how far that gets you, you know? Some people, it gets them very far, but once you start asking the questions, that kind of changes the ball game. So don't do that to yourselves.